In this video, we're going to reveal the secrets and practical strategies that Warren Buffett used to build an $85 billion fortune. You will discover not only his first big moves in the market, but especially the mistakes that taught him valuable lessons and how he turned his worst investment decision into a financial empire. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Oh, another video about Buffett's story? That's impossible to replicate nowadays. And you're right to be skeptical. But what we're going to show here aren't cliches. They are the fundamental and timeless principles that he applied, which, especially in the current scenario of economic uncertainty, become more urgent and necessary than ever for anyone who wants to protect and grow their wealth. We deeply analyzed his tactics to bring you a practical guide, not just a biography. Therefore, if you want to learn how to turn small investments into great opportunities, stick with us. But first, answer one thing for me in the comments. Do you already have investments abroad, whether in companies or in dollars? I like to know how you are positioning yourselves. I love talking with you all. Send me that message down below, deal? Warren Buffett is a continuous example for millions of investors around the world. His investment story began when he was just 11 years old when he bought his first shares. This inspiring journey has been the theme of hundreds of global lectures, motivating both beginners and experienced investors to follow in his footsteps. But who is Warren Buffett? In this video, we will explore the life of the man known as the Oracle of Omaha, highlighting the investments and decisions that made him one of the most respected and wealthy businessmen in the world. Warren Edward Buffett was born in 1930, the son of Howard and Layla Buffett in Omaha, Nebraska. Since childhood, Warren showed a great interest in finance and business, being described as a math prodigy, capable of adding large columns of numbers in his head, a skill that would be useful in the future. They say he promised a friend that if he wasn't a millionaire by age 30, he would jump from the tallest building in Omaha. Fortunately, that didn't happen. At 11 years old, Warren made his first investment by buying 3 shares of Cities Service Preferred at $38 each. The shares quickly rose to $40 and he sold them for a small profit. He regretted this decision when the shares reached $200 each. He cites this experience as his first lesson in investment patience. At 13, Warren worked delivering newspapers, waking up at 4:30 a.m. to distribute the Washington Post. He also sold magazine subscriptions and calendars to his clients. By age 15, he had already accumulated $2,000 from delivering newspapers, which would be around $26,000 today. He invested $1,200 in a 40-acre piece of land, making a profit-sharing deal with a Nebraska farmer. In his sophomore year of high school at 17, Buffett partnered with a friend to buy a used pinball machine for $25, which they placed in a local barbershop. In a few months, they had several machines in different barbershops in Omaha, generating about $50 a week. They sold the business for $1,200 to a war veteran. In 2008, Warren graduated from the University of Nebraska with a bachelor's degree in science and soon applied to Harvard Business School but was rejected. This did not discourage him, and he enrolled in Columbia Business School upon learning that Benjamin Graham taught there. He graduated with a master's degree in economics in 1951. In 1952, Warren returned to Omaha and worked as a stockbroker while taking a public speaking course from Dale Carnegie. Using what he learned, he began teaching night classes at the University of Nebraska. In 1954, he moved to New York with his family to work with his mentor, Benjamin Graham. Warren was not afraid to take on different jobs to achieve his long-term goals. He embraced various business opportunities to make money and invested wisely. In 1954, he began working at the Graham-Newman Corporation, earning $12,000 a year, which would be around $109,000 today. In 1956, Benjamin Graham retired and closed the partnership. At that time, Warren's personal savings already amounted to more than $174,000, approximately $1.5 million today. Despite all the changes over the years, Warren decided to settle in his hometown of Omaha, buying a house that cost $31,500. Unlike many millionaires, Warren always had a frugal approach, avoiding spending large sums of money on luxury goods. Warren spent much of his time as an investment salesman and securities analyst. In 1956, he started the Buffett partnership with close friends and family. These partnerships had unique conditions, and Warren asked one of his partners, a doctor, to find 10 other doctors willing to invest $10,000 each in the partnership. In the end, 11 doctors agreed. Although Warren initially was to invest only $100 of his own money, he reinvested the management fees and increased his stake in the partnership. By 1960, Buffett had already opened a total of 7 partnerships and owned 9.5% of a partnership with over $1 million in assets. In 1962, Warren Buffett became a millionaire thanks to his partnerships, which totaled more than $7 million, of which more than $1 million belonged to Warren. He then consolidated all the partnerships into a single entity. In that same year, Buffett made what he considered the worst acquisition of his life, Berkshire Hathaway. The New England textile company, founded in the 1830s, had seen better days, but Warren saw an opportunity to make money, believing the company's problem was poor management. He agreed to buy shares aggressively, and after a disagreement with the management, became convinced that the company needed a change in leadership. Even so, the business continued to lose money. It was not a good time for the old textile giant. In 1966, it became clear that the glory days of the New England textile industry were over. Warren made a radical change in the business's dynamics that would lead Berkshire Hathaway to become the giant it is today. Buffett gradually shifted Berkshire's focus away from traditional textile activities, using it as a holding company to invest in other businesses. In 1967, Berkshire had enough money to buy 2 insurance companies, the first of many he would acquire. This was a turning point in the phenomenal success story of Berkshire Hathaway. Warren used the substantial cash flow from the insurance companies to finance new acquisitions. Today, Berkshire Hathaway has a portfolio of more than 1,000 managed companies with total assets exceeding $700 billion. Warren Buffett became a billionaire in 1990 when Berkshire began selling Class A shares. Currently, Warren is known for his contributions to charity. His simple, direct, and honest nature makes it hard not to like him, and his intelligence and charisma have won over the world. Although it is easy to see him as a mythical figure, Warren Buffett is just a person who discovered what he loved early on and dedicated his whole life to it. Leave your ideas and questions in the comments. One of his largest donations was to the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, where he gave 185 million shares of Berkshire Hathaway with a market value of around $28.3 billion at the time. Today, Warren is worth more than $84 billion. Despite his common appearance, reminiscent of a grandfather intellectually, he is unparalleled and considered a genius. I would love to talk with you all about the topics in the video. If you like the video, like, share, and subscribe. Recommendations for the next videos are appearing on the screen now. It makes perfect sense for you to watch them. See you in the next video.